Okay. So welcome to the online guest lecture series. This is lecture number 3 from the Department of Electronics, Sri Shivaji Mahavidyalaya, Barshi. We are organizing this guest lecture series for the DPT Star College. Okay. As you know, Department of Electronics received the grants from the DPT Star College scheme, and in collaboration with DPT Star College scheme, we are organizing this guest lecture series. This is our third lecture, and the lecture is on the latest hot topic in electronics, that is electric vehicles. And the guest of today's lecture is one of our past students of this department, Mr. Ashok Nalawade, who is an application engineer in the automotive section of World Peace International India Private Limited, Pune. Okay, his work is on the automation industry, And as you know, there is a much large shift in this industry which is going to take place. That is, you can see in the next 5 to 10 years, the petrol and diesel vehicles will be replaced by the battery vehicles, or we normally call them as e-vehicles. E-vehicles means electrical vehicles. So everything, all the vehicles will be switched over to the battery operated vehicles. So as you know, there is a one of the most important advantage of electric vehicles is no pollution, almost zero pollution. Okay, because there is no exhaust of the gas, there is no combustion of the fuel, whether it is diesel or petrol. There is no combustion of that fuel. Okay, it's only electrical flow. So, as you know, the most important advantage of these electric vehicles will be there will be zero pollution. As the world is facing a grave problem of this pollution, air pollution, and if this is becoming the solution for that, then we must welcome this change in the vehicle industry. So today's lecture will be focused on what is this electric vehicle, how it operates, what is the technology that is used in these electric vehicles. Okay, all these things in detail we are going to see, or we are going to observe in this video or during this lecture series. So I will just call guest Ashok Nalawade. Ashok, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi. Good afternoon to all.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yeah. And actually, thanks to Department of Electronics for arranging this kind of activity. Also, thanks to Rewardkar Madam. Thanks to Deshmukh sir, Godke sir, and all electronics staff for giving me an opportunity to be here in front of you.
Thank you, Ashok. Thank you very much. Actually, we should be thankful to you because you are the past student of this department, and it gives us a great honor for our department. One of our students is actually during the lecture, and he is leading the industry like electric vehicles, which are nowadays the backbone of this vehicle industry will be in future. So I am very happy to welcome you, Ashok, and I request Godke sir to please introduce today's guest, Mr. Ashok Nalawade.
Okay, thank you, Deshmukh sir. Nice welcome you have done for this event. So Good afternoon to all. On behalf of Electronics Department, Sri Shivaji Mahavidyalaya, Barshi, it gives us an immense pleasure to welcome today's resource person, Mr. Ashok Nalwade, respected principal of our college, Professor Dr. Bharti Rewadkar, respected science coordinator of our college, Dr. T.N. Lokhande sir, respected Dr. Gurme sir, DBT coordinator of this college, Dr. K.P. Deshmukh sir, Electronics Department DBT coordinator of this event, and dear participants and students. First of all, I am thankful to Mr. Ashok Nalwade. He has accepted our invitation to deliver third guest lecture on electric vehicle in spite of his busy schedule. I am now introducing about the chief guest. He has completed his bachelor degree in electronics in our college. Ashok Nalwade is currently working with World Peace International India Private Limited, Pune, and he is a passionate product application developer with over 20 years of experience. He has designed, developed, and managed a multitude of products in diverse business verticals such as automotive, industrial, and medical domain. He is currently working as an application engineer in automotive embedded system and coordinate with automotive and EV customer all over India. Added to that, he has a strong experience in robotics, mechatronics, SPMS, motor drives, high-end biomedical system, and automated test setup. With his wide experience in C language, embedded C language, Java, and web-based technologies. Currently providing technical support for MCUs, sensors, ASICs, discrete and Internet of Things in automotive EV domain, body electronics, traction, BMS, and lightning. He is the proponent, he is the supporter of latest innovation in electronics applications. I hope his talk on electric vehicles may become more informative, motivating, and inspirable to us. Today, Dr. Suryanshi SS from Punyashlok Ahilya Devi Holkar, Solapur University, Solapur, he also joined as a participant for this lecture. So I welcome to Dr. Suryanshi sir also. I would briefly mention the purpose and importance of this organizing the guest lecture series. In order to encourage the students, online guest lecture series is organized from eminent speaker. I am quite confident that this guest lecture will provide a very good platform to all the teachers, participants, students to exchange ideas, discuss new trends, challenges, new approach in electronics. So electrical vehicles could help diversify the energy needed to move people and goods, thanks to their reliance on the wide mix of primary energy sources used in power generation, so greatly improving energy security. The objective to arrange this guest lecture on electric vehicles is to enrich the current trends in the electronics subject and recent trends in science and technology to motivate the students to pursue better career opportunities in electronics field. So that's why the purpose of this lecture is to familiarize students with upcoming area in electrical vehicles. So I am sure that you all will feel enriched with knowledge after completion of this event. I hope his talk may become more informative, motivating, and inspirable to us. So I welcome to all again for this third guest lecture and hope that you all will have a great time ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Godke sir, for the nice introduction of the guest and for emphasizing the need of the lecture series, that is to inculcate the scientific temper among the students and to encourage them to or motivate them to take initiative in the electronics designing, electronics product making. Thanks again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now I request today's guest, Mr. Ashok Nalawade, to please take over the charge and share his screen and share his experience with us. We are quite waiting for his, this is a hot topic. Just now I told you that in the next few years, 5 to 10 years, the era will be of the electric vehicles. Okay, and they are going to dominate the total market. Total automobile industry will be shifting. Paradigm shift will be there. So we are really waiting for what Mr. Nalawade is going to talk about. So I request the guest to please take the charge. I have shared the screen. You can share your PowerPoint presentation here. Over to Ashok.
Thank you, sir. Let me share my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, yes, it is visible.
Okay, thanks again. So here, actually, I'll be speaking on electric vehicles. As sir told, actually, I'm working for WPI, World Peace International. Actually, it's Taiwan-based company, and it's a distributor. It is the globally #1 distributor for semiconductor components. And here in India, I'm looking towards automotive. So all the customers throughout India has been served by me. So automotive as well as electric, I'm looking towards that. Okay. So now electric vehicles. Actually, whatever we can see, everybody is interested to be a part of this evolution, electric vehicles. But in case of most of the people, what we can see, electric vehicle itself is a very easy topic, but everybody finds a little bit difficult or thinks little bit difficult as compared to the ICE vehicles. So it's like I'll be speaking on very basic things. Okay. So now we'll just go through a concept. So what? So I have mentioned here some pics. Okay. So basic is the electric vehicles. So it starts from a toy, you can say. Almost everybody, when he was a kid, she was a kid, I had played around various toys. So playing a vehicle is a basic toy what everybody goes through. Sometimes we are just rounding a metal wire or taking a tire, make it run behind it. It itself is a vehicle for us. Even a simple making noise with your mouth and running, that is also a type of vehicle what you are trying to run. So basically, whatever vehicles we had seen at the time of our kids, it was something like it was mechanical based vehicles, or it was very crude vehicles. Even if you are running a wheel with help of some stick hitting on that, that itself is a vehicle for you. Later on, battery vehicles came in the twice. So initially what we can see, small cars were there. It was having a motor, a battery, that's all. The same thing is implemented in these big cars. If you go to architecture of the car, a big car, it's also having same thing. It's having a battery, it is having a motor. And apart from that, lot many control systems are there. But whatever is the basic architecture, what you had seen in the toys, the same thing has been implemented in electric cars. And in the left side, you can see okay. So here a bike is there. So where everybody is seeing bikes all over. Okay. So here, what type of bikes we are seeing? All those are ICE bikes, engine bikes. So we can see the bikes are there, but as engine manufacturing of engine or development of engine itself is a very critical process, and everybody cannot go for that. We never played like never we tried to build some bike or any vehicle that would be having engine. Whatever we considered, it was a different type of mechanical energy for those toys. But in case of electric vehicles or electric toys, we can easily find toys with battery and motor. So same thing had been implemented in electric cars or electric two-wheelers. So it's a very easy concept that just I would like to say. So now in case of electric vehicles, we have lot many questions. Okay, like in case, the basic is charging. Is this charging cheaper than petrol? Where should I charge that vehicle? Okay, so these type of queries are coming to mind. What type of EV is best for me? Then we are worried about miles. Okay, then should I go for new or it's like that. So lot of queries are there. Everybody is having this query. So okay. So with respect to that, we have very agenda towards very basics of these electric vehicles. One is reason to drive electric vehicle. Okay, then we have choosing electric vehicle. Okay, then the charging, what everybody seems to be worried. Okay, then electric vehicle and chargers. Okay, and your electric vehicle. Okay, so first is reason to drive electric vehicle. Okay, so what are potential gains from electric vehicles? So it can be social, environmental, economic. Okay, so all these gains. So the basic what we can see in case of electric vehicle, and everybody says that is better air quality and improving public health. So basic understanding or whatever we think about electric vehicles is, since there is no silencer, no pollution, okay, there are no any gases. Anyway, we'll come to this point later. I'll just let you know about these gases. Okay, then GHG mitigation. That GHG is greenhouse gases. Okay, that is for a greener India. Then we have renewables. Okay, for batteries. Then we have energy securities. Okay, okay, this is for reducing this fuel use. Okay, what we can see is India is investing such a large amount for importing this fuel and all, and whatever things going with respect to this fuel, everybody is aware of these things. Okay, then plant load factor. Okay, so these are the potential gains what we have. Okay, then last one is the technological leadership. So this is the one where we have scope or we should be intended to. Okay, so to position India as a leader in auto tech, as we are part of electronics background, and EV is the upcoming or evolutionary thing going on in front of us. So we should try to be a part of this evolution. So these are the basic things. Lower lifetime cost. Okay. So what we have seen, it is cheaper to charge. Okay, with respect to fuel. Okay. Then electricity rates. So as compared to fuel, electricity rates are very stable. Okay. Then tolls. We can get these benefits for tolls also. Okay. Then maintenance cost. These are very lower. So as in case of IC or engine vehicles, everybody is using IC engine vehicle. So everybody is aware of the cost of maintenance and the time to maintenance. Every time or after a certain period, you have to go to mechanical workshop and you have to maintain your vehicle. So in case of electric vehicle, that cost is reduced. Okay. Then the cost of the vehicle. So initially, before some 5 years, if you are planning to go for electric vehicle, the cost of the vehicle was very high. But now, within a few years, you will get lot many vehicles in 10 to 20 lakh price. That too with better efficiency, better mileage, better capacity. Then the tax benefits you are getting from government, that is also there. And the payback. The best advantage what we can see is right now, whatever is your investments for electric vehicle, but finally after some 50,000 kilometers, you can see whatever cost you would have incurred in petrols and what is the cost. Hello. Sorry. Okay. So another advantage is lower emissions. Okay. So what you can see, zero tailpipe emissions. Tailpipe is the silencer or the exhaust pipe you can see in case of each IC engine vehicle. Okay. So here there is no any exhaust pipe. Okay. So zero pipe. Okay. Tailpipe emissions. Then the total emissions. Okay. Then so whatever emissions we are getting, okay, what we think is only tailpipe emissions, but total emissions, okay, that depends on actually the complete cycle or the complete process of manufacturing that vehicle. Okay, so here it comes total emissions. Okay, fuel source, that is also there. Then electricity that is required for charging. So sometimes it is from coal, oil, or gas. Okay. Then you have solar option. So in case of solar, you have 100% clean power. Okay. So now actually see, this is the chart which I was interested to show it to everybody. Okay. So as I said, everybody is saying that in case of electric vehicle, there are zero emissions. So here you can see, now here I have tabulated. Okay. So last option, what you can see is component production. It is production of each and every component. If it is a battery, motor, if even any mechanical part, tires, everything it comes there. Then you have vehicle assembly. Then you have bioethanol production. Okay. Then you have petrol production. Then electricity production. Okay. Use of phase. Okay. That is why you are using that vehicle, and that end of life. Okay. So this is the complete life of any vehicle. It is not only electric, it is every vehicle, if it is engine vehicle or any other vehicle. Okay. So here I had mentioned. Okay. So what is the first one is conventional petrol vehicle. Okay. Second is hybrid. Then you have plug-in hybrid, and then you have battery electric vehicle. So battery electric vehicle, this is the one which we are talking about. Okay. So here you can see the first point, component production. Is production of each and every component. So in case of conventional vehicle, what you can see, this CO2 emissions. Okay. So here you can see 5 units, up to 5 units you have these emissions. So in case of hybrid, it is a bit higher. Then in case of plug-in hybrid, again it is higher. And in case of battery electric, it is almost 8 units. Okay. So what you can see, though you are getting 0 emissions when you are driving the vehicle, but for manufacturing the vehicle, it is emitting higher than IC vehicles or any other vehicles. Okay? Because you are producing battery, you are producing motor. So the process of that production, that itself is also producing, these gas emissions. Okay. Then second point, you have vehicle assembly. So vehicle assembly, it's almost similar for all the vehicles. Okay. Then you have bioethanol. Okay. So in case of electric vehicle, it is not required. In case of others, okay, though it is a engine vehicle or hybrid or plug-in hybrid, okay, they may use bioethanol products. So here you find some percentage here. Okay. Then the petrol production. So this makes a change. So while producing the petrol, there are lot many emissions, CO2 emissions. Okay. So for engine vehicles, you will get maximum emissions. Okay. Then hybrid. Then lower is plug-in hybrid. Then for battery, it is not at all required. So it is 0 here. Then it comes to electricity production. Okay. So in case of engine vehicles or hybrid vehicles, okay, they have nothing to do with this electricity production. Okay. But for plug-in and battery, so here you can see for plug-in you are getting less because it is using fuel as well as electricity. So the percentage is or the number of units is less. But in case of electricals, whatever charging you are doing, it is completely with electricity. So here you can see maximum emissions are from electricity for these vehicles, electric vehicles. Then you have use phase while running the vehicle. So in case of engine vehicles, okay, it is highest because you are running it on fuel. Okay. Then hybrid, a little bit late, but it's quite higher. Okay. Then hybrid, same case. Okay. Then also you can see for electric, it is 0. Then end of life, it is little bit plus or minus. But what you can see, though we consider that electric vehicle is 0 emitting vehicle, it is not 0 emitting, what we can say. Okay. But as compared to the IC, whatever is emissions throughout the process of electric vehicle, it is quite less. So again, though it is not 0 emission, the advantage itself is advantage there. Okay. So we come to choosing an electric vehicle. Okay. So now if you are going for electric vehicle or the ecosystem, so in case of India, okay, what we can see, there are 4 pillars of these electric vehicles. Okay. So one is the electric vehicle. Okay. So there comes all electric, okay, or you can say battery electric vehicles or BEV. Then you have plug-in hybrid, okay, and hybrid. There is actually a very less difference in plug-in hybrid and hybrid. Okay. So in case of hybrid, you have to fill the fuel that will generate electricity and that will be used to drive the motor. In case of plug-in, you have to charge the vehicle, okay, and you can put the fuel as well as you can charge the vehicle. So it will use both, and so external electricity is required for charging in case of plug-in electric vehicles or hybrid vehicles, and in case of hybrid electric vehicles, external electricity is not used. This is the difference. Okay. Then another pillar, you have re-engineering systems. Okay, then this charging and swapping infrastructure. Okay, it is again a parallelly, you may require a big system here for charging. Okay, swapping is swapping infrastructure also we are speaking, but till now there is not any standardized, we can say, so that we can go for swapping. If we are going through vehicles, what we can see, we are having vehicles with 48-volt batteries. Some of the vehicles are running on 60 volt, some vehicles 72, some 96, then 350 volt, 600 volt. Okay, so various voltage levels are there. Our voltage bus levels are differentiating vehicle to vehicle. That's why going for swapping type of infrastructure right now is difficult. So once all these OEMs come together and form some standardize for these batteries or the electric vehicle bus voltage, we can say, then thereafter there can be a swapping infrastructure. But right now it is very difficult. Then also we have batteries. Everybody is using, or every OEM is using different type of battery or different type of combinations of batteries, we can say. Then other factors are also there. As a 4 pillar, we can say the manufacturing capacity, R&D going on, the power grid. Then the EVs. Okay, so people just know electric vehicle, but electric vehicle is one of these vehicles. Okay, so what we have is battery EV. That is what we consider electric vehicle. So that is, we can say, full electric vehicle. Okay, so along with that we have plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. So now what is the difference between plug-in hybrid vehicle and the battery electric vehicle? So as we discussed initially, battery electric vehicle is completely charged on external source. So maybe you are using, or you are charging your home electricity for that, or you are going to charging station for charging it. Okay, it is completely external. In case of plug-in electric vehicles, okay, it will be having engine as well as a motor over there. So you can fuel, okay, you can fuel your car, and also you can charge your car. But here for charging, you will require external source for charging that. Okay. Then you have hybrid electric vehicle. Here you will not use external source for charging it. You have to put fuel in your vehicle, and that will generate the electricity. That electricity will drive motor. Now here you make confused that if it is driving on fuel, then what is need of electric? Okay. So it is something like when you require low power, that will drive the vehicle on electricity or motor, you can say. When road is plain, it can drive on electricity. It will be running on motor. And when you require more power, that time that will run on engine. Okay, that's why these hybrid type of vehicles are there. Okay. Then right now new term is coming, that is extended range EVs. So actually what we can see, everybody is worried about range of this EV, but we are not actually worried about if it is required or not. That is the main thing which we are not looking for. I had one more slide for regarding this. I will come to that. Okay. Then here you can see these are battery electric vehicles. So as I said, here it has electric motor and a battery is there. So this battery charge using electricity. Okay, it can be accessed through plug. So it can be your household plug or the charging station plug. Okay, and here the main concept is battery powers that electric motors and it drives electricity. Okay, so here you have advantages like it is very simple and maintenance cost is low. Okay, and you may come with many choices for electric vehicles now. So in case of two-wheeler, you can see a lot of vehicles are there. Same thing will happen in case of four-wheelers. So along with this, here you can see disadvantages are also there. One is the charging anxiety. So this is what anxiety is this? So it is like you are not sure that if you can find some charging station or not, because whatever infrastructure right now we have or at India, it is at a very basic level, we can say. So anyway, in few years it will grow, and you will get all these things. Okay. Then the filling up or the charging, you can say. So it takes more time than filling of the petrol. Okay. So this time taken is quite high. Then charge this range. So if you charge a vehicle, so the running between these two charging, that is also a disadvantage. So in case of fuel vehicles, what you can see, you have lot many petrol pumps. Okay, you can move to any petrol pump. You can fill the car within a minute, within 5 minutes, and you can move. Okay, but in case of electric vehicles, still you have to worry about the charging station or charging facilities. Okay. Then, as I said, plug-in electric vehicles. So here you can see, it is having a battery, it is having a motor, it is having an engine, and also a fuel tank. So here you can see this battery. For charging this battery, you are using household electricity or external electricity, you can see. Again here, battery charged with electricity. Okay, it is accessed through plug. Okay, then battery powers plug. Okay. So where your battery is exhausted, or if you require more power, you will use engine. Okay. And here advantages are the range is very long. Okay. Then also some disadvantages, similar disadvantages you can say. Maintenance cost is higher because it's something like you are maintaining electric vehicle plus engine vehicle. So anyway, cost is going to be high. But whatever fuels we are saving on fuel, that is low. And then here it comes to hybrid electric vehicles. So this is the minor change you can notice. So here you have battery, motor, engine, fuel tank, and gas station. The gas station is petrol pump. So you can see battery. You would find external charging point for this battery, for charging this battery. So here what happened? Whatever you are feeling, okay, with that you are running the engine, and running it, charging the running that engine, it will charge the battery, and that will run the motor. Okay. So here also similar things. It relies on fuel. Okay. So here you can see while driving at lower speeds, okay, it will run on electric motor, and for higher power, okay, it will go for engine. And here advantage is battery is automatically charged when you are driving. So if your engine is running, that time it will also charge the battery. So now this, while going for electric vehicle or buying an electric vehicle, now almost everybody is thinking of buying an electric vehicle. So here basic thing what actually we think is with respect to other vehicles or comparison, you can say. So here what you have, range. Okay. So what range I may need. Okay. Then charging. Okay, the charging infrastructure. Then charge acceptance rate. So actually this is new term for you, charge acceptance rate. It is like you are charging a vehicle. So now in general, if you try to see whatever plug you are having, household plug you can say, that will give up to 15 amperes of current. So if you go to charging station, that will give higher current. If you are charging car, it will be in 100 amperes, you can say. But if you are trying to charge your car or your electric vehicle or your electric bike, what you have to see is charge acceptance rate. Actually, it completely depends upon the charger. So whatever is the charger or onboard charger, you can say. So what type of or what power onboard charger is installed in your vehicle? Okay, that is the main factor. If your vehicle is equipped with 1 kilowatt charger, and if you are trying to charge it with 3 kilowatt power, it is not going to take 3 kilowatt power. Whatever is the power you are giving, it will accept with respect to that 1 kilowatt only. So whatever is time taking to get it charged, okay, that will be with respect to 1 kilowatt. Though you are giving 3 kilowatt, 5 kilowatt power, the charging time taken will be with respect to 1 kilowatt only. Okay. So while buying the vehicle, this is the very basic factor which you have to keep in mind. So whatever is the onboard charger, you have to ask for the rating of that onboard charger. So right now, what you can see, you have vehicles like Ola electric bikes. I think most of us you had gone through that. So it is an 800-watt charger. There are some bikes; those are coming with 1 kilowatt, 1.5 kilowatt, 2.2 kilowatt, 3.5 kilowatt. So whatever is the vehicle, okay, and whatever charger installed in that, okay, that you have to take care, because for reducing the cost, most of the time these OEMs are doing, they are installing chargers with less capacity, and finally while charging you will find that every day you have to charge your vehicle throughout night. Okay. Then again, this charger level, okay. So in case of chargers, we have different type of levels: level 1, level 2, level 3. We'll come to there. So for fast charging, okay. So the charging stations, what we see, actually these are fast charging stations. So the capacity, the charging capacity for them, it is in like 25 kilowatt, 50 kilowatt, up to 200, 300 kilowatt. So this much current they can charge your vehicle. Okay. So again, it comes like if your vehicle can charge with that rate. Then battery life and warranty. Okay. So this is again one critical factor. Everybody is saying like he want to charge his vehicle in very short time. Okay. Then you have to go for faster charging. But is faster charging good for battery health? Okay, it is not good. It will reduce battery life. So now, see, we have been always speaking about the range of the electric vehicle. So it should run 300 kilometers, 400 kilometers. If it is not running up to that, we are worried about how much it is running. If it is 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers, 200 kilometers. Okay, so whatever is the range of the vehicle, everybody is worried. But here is a very good survey that you can see. So here we had mentioned these trips. Trips means the daily running, we can say. So this is with respect to vehicles. Okay. So here you can see. Well, the first is no travel. Okay. So this is 31%. So we can see maximum people are there who do not travel with their own vehicles. Okay. They may be using some public vehicles or anything else. Okay. But that is 31%. 31%, they do not travel. Okay. Then we have 0 to 1 kilometer range. Okay. So what you can say, 17% people are there who run hardly one kilometer or up to 2 kilometers, you can say. So it is something like the people living in rural areas. Okay. Whatever is their job, if they are going to fields or if they are going to their jobs, it may be nearby. So they may not be using this travel medium. So again, this is 17%. Then 2 to 5 kilometers. Okay, here it is 23%. This mostly comes in city areas. Okay, so we can see 31%, 70, and 23 means there are almost 70% people who are using hardly 5 kilometers daily. Okay, they are traveling hardly 5 kilometers. Okay, so 70% people run hardly 5 kilometers. Still, we are worried about range of these electric vehicles. Okay, then you can see 6 to 10%. Again, here we have 14%. Then 10 to 20. Okay, and then 51 kilometer. Okay, more than 51 kilometer. It is only 3% people they require or they need to travel more than 50%. Okay, still we are worried about this range of these electric vehicles. Okay, so this survey actually it is very good. So the main factor getting charged. Okay, so charging stations. Okay, so we already discussed most of this. Okay, how long does it take to charge electric vehicle? Okay, so one is level 1, level 2, and level 3 is DC fast charging. So level 1 is the household plugs what you are using for charging the vehicles, or you can say you are charging your vehicle with onboard charger. Okay, so this is 16 hours, or you can say throughout night. Then it comes level 2. So level 2 is a little bit bigger charger. Most of the time it is placed outside your home or in your parking. Okay, it will take 3 to 4 hours for charging. Then comes DC fast charging. Okay, those are charging stations on the road. On road you can find. Okay, so it will charge your vehicle at very small time. Okay, so here this is level 1. So this is the one which you use at your home. So what do you need for this? A dedicated 230 volt standalone outlet. Okay, so this is for your charging, home charging. You can say this is mostly used in bikes. For four-wheelers also you have these options, but it will be okay. Preferably you can charge vehicle with higher ones. And see here you can see the range is 8 to 10 kilometers of charge per hour. It's simple words you can say if you charge your vehicle for 1 hour, it will run 8 to 10 kilometers. So this is best for okay shorter distances or shorter trips or shorter ranges where you go. Then this is the second level. So you can see this is the unit. Most of the time it is placed outside your home. Okay, or at your parking. So what you need again here a dedicated 240 volt with a 15 to 50 ampere circuit. Okay. Again you can see 20 to 40 okay, per hour. And it is for those who require longer range. Okay, but what you can see panel upgrade. Okay, you cannot plug in your household panel. You may have to install some external panel like this. Okay. So again, these are the different options. Okay, so charging speed, cost, portability, cord length. Okay, outdoor rated. Okay, plug hardwired. Okay, so these are the options for level 2. Then here it comes public charging. Okay, so these are high capacity chargers you can say. Okay. So it will be in 25-50 kilowatts like this. Okay. Then here it comes DC charging. Okay, DC fast charging. This will directly connected to your battery and it will be charging your battery directly. Okay, whatever is your onboard charger,
Okay, it will be bypassed in this case. Okay, so here you can see the range is, so the charging is range is 50 kilowatt to 300 kilowatts. Okay, so these are with higher power. Okay, but here you can see it will charge up to 80%. Okay, it will fast charge up to 80%, and after 80%, okay, it will slows down that charging. Okay, for protecting that battery. Fast chargers will not 100% charge your battery. Okay, so this is best suitable when you are traveling long distances. Okay, that time it is good. So see here you have different type of fast chargers. One is CHAdeMO, then you have CCS, then this Tesla is providing their own supercharger, you can say. So right now, in case of India, this CCS is mostly being accepted. Yeah, CHAdeMO actually the suitability of these connectors we can say. So here you have this connector. So each connector it is having a different functionality. Some of them is for data, then others are for live and neutral, you can say, or phase and neutral. Okay, then if you want to charge with higher current, then you have these two pins. Okay, so you can charge it with higher current. So these options are there. Then you have this CHAdeMO actually it's a simple term. So this is a vehicle on the move, or charging on the move, you can say. So charging on the move in German they are saying charge die move. So that's just short form, nothing is there. So again, along with this, you need to have some apps for finding charging stations. So right now there you have very limited number of charging stations. So you can't keep asking if you have some charging station or something like that. So many apps will come up for this, and you will find whatever road you are moving, or whatever direction you are going, you will find the charging stations on your app. So this is again simple terms or simple questions at last we are just going through. This is like monthly expenses or change. So how you can save, because the initial understanding or initial thinking while buying your vehicle, it is something like you are paying more, but you are expecting that cost will be saved within a few years, or that you can say. So monthly, how you can save, that will come once you start using that vehicle. It also depends on the range or the number of kilometers you are using. So if you are using higher kilometers, the cost saving it will be faster. Then another simple question, like most of the people think about solar. So as we can see, for charging, we had seen that electricity producing electricity, it also causes some emissions. But if you are using solar, obviously there will be less emissions, or again you can say zero emissions. But what we can see in case of the one which we had shown in this diagram, the panel is fitted on the roof of any home. Okay, and the inverter will be used to charge your vehicle. Okay, this is good, but in case of this, what happens? You can use this only daytime. During night, it is not possible. Again, you have to go for battery. So this is one system we can think of. Then solars, there is also another term coming, solar vehicles. So you may be having this solar panels placed on the vehicles, and that will be charging the vehicle and running. But practically, actually, it is not possible. If you just consider size of a solar panel, if you consider one square meter of solar panel, it will give hardly 100 watts of power. And if you are considering a car, I think hardly you can put some 2 square meters or 2-3 square meters of solar panel on the car. But 2-3 square meters is not enough to charge your car. Whatever charging it can do, okay, and whatever cost you are incurring in those solar panels and all the system, that will be quite higher with respect to the charge or the charging done in the vehicle. So it may not work, though lot many companies or lot many industries are working on that. Okay, somehow it will come true, but it will not be a completely option like solar vehicles. Okay. Then again, a battery, managing a battery pack at home for solar charging during night. Okay, that will be again different cost, you can say. So during daytime it's okay, but during night, if you are going to charge the vehicle, then you have to go for battery, and battery itself is very costly. Okay, so these are the basic things. So in case of vehicle, electric vehicle, I just covered very basic things. Maybe next time we can go for a separate seminars on this, like one is for motor. We didn't speak about the motor kilowatt and all those things, because in case of electric vehicles, we have BLDC, PMSM, induction motors are also used in electric vehicle. Induction motors, because it is very old motor, more than 100 years people are using it, and people are aware about this. If you go for BLDC motor, you don't have history for even 10 or 20 years also. Okay, so so here motor is one of the topic where we can go for. Then BMS, that battery management subject, that is also another big topic we can go for. Then we have chargers there. So all these three are very big topics where completely electronics is involved. As you can see, for motor control, basically it is 3-phase. Right now only 3-phase motors has been used. Okay, I think Mahindra tried to go for 6-phase motors, but whatever torque generated for by that motor, it was very high, and tires were not able to sustain that torque. So again they came back to 3-phase motors. So the inverter of developing of that inverter, okay, that is a big task, and that is a critical factor. So this is one topic. Then we have BMS, battery monitoring system. So whatever is the bus voltage, accordingly, the cell balancing, the number of cells in series, whatever is the pattern you want to, that is series or parallel combination that you want to do. Okay, the management of this complete system, that is again one more topic. Then we have chargers. That is also a critical topic, you can say. Okay. And in case of other facilities which each even engine vehicle has, those facilities or those things are just transferred as it is to electric vehicles, just making minor changes to suit it to electric vehicles. Okay, so that's all from my side. So if you have any queries, questions, you can come up.
Thank you, Ashok.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
It was a nice lecture. It was a nice lecture from Ashok Nalode, but that was covered with only basics part.
Yeah. As I said, this is
He has promised that he's going to take something like how designing and what aspects will be there in the electric vehicles, and what that BLDC, brushless DC motors, what are the recent trends in the battery technology, how the batteries are getting improved. Okay. Uh, uh, People are expecting that if I charge the battery, I should get 1000 kilometer in a one charge. Is it possible? Okay. Super batteries, just like super capacitors. Can we have super batteries which can get charged and give us a mileage of large mileage of 1000 kilometers in a single charge? So is that is possible, or what type of research is going on in that field? That all these details we are expecting from him, and as he has promised that uh, in a few more days he will be again uh, continuing with the same lecture series. That is, he will focus on BLDC and all the design aspects of the BLDC in the electric vehicles, and the state of the art in battery technology. All these aspects he will be covering. So we are thankful to him that he has given a basic knowledge of what will be the future of the electric vehicles. Okay, and he has also given the comparison between uh, not only pure electrical vehicles but hybrid electric vehicles also. Means in case the battery is down, and then how we can cover the distance, remaining distance, how we are going to get the battery charged. Okay, or what, how to tackle those problems. All these things will be there practically when we launch these electric vehicles in the market. Okay, all these problems, people are also asking the similar question, that if my battery gets drained out in the somewhere I'm going traveling, and if the battery drains out, then what should I do? Then what I can do? Okay, or what facilities will be there in case of emergency charging the batteries. So these things are still, people are less known about that. Okay, so how these automotive industries, they are going to tackle these problems? That is really a question, big question. Okay, and of course they have launched few vehicles, electric vehicles in the market, but I feel that still we should not go for electric four wheelers, because still there are a lot of problems, and they are not still time tested on the Indian road conditions and other things, and how, whether they will solve our problem or they will create the problem, that is still unknown. So Suraj sir, do you want to speak?
Yes, I have few questions.
Okay, sir, please go ahead.
Dr. Nalode, your lecture was lucid.
Yeah, thank you.
I just want to ask you a few questions which will be helpful for the students also and to our knowledge also. Can you just differentiate between plug-in hybrid and hybrid vehicles? Am I
Yeah. Actually, see, there is a minor difference in that, but lot many has confusion in that. I think I will go to that slide, so then that will be easier.
Yeah, you can share. Ashok, you can share this screen.
Yes.
I think he's disconnected.
Okay.
No, I'm there. I'm just sharing.
Yes, yes, yes.
Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So this is a battery electric vehicle. So in case of battery vehicle, what you can see, you have only battery over there, then electric motor, and charging of this battery is done by external source. Okay. Then here you have PHEV, that is plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. So see here you have a battery is there, you have a motor, you have engine. Actually, this motor is placed on the engine itself. Okay. Then you have a fuel tank. Okay. So here you can fuel your vehicle. Okay. And in case of battery, this battery you have to charge with help of external electricity, or it can be charged while running the vehicle. Okay. If you are running your vehicle on engine, electricity produced, okay, will charge your battery. So here for charging this battery, you have two options. One is it is being charged with this engine or external electricity. See here I had mentioned motor, but let me explain this with respect to BLDC motor. Okay. So see, right now there is a concept, ISG, integrated starter generator. So actually I'm going to basic part of this new thing you can say. So if you consider any vehicle, in case of that vehicle, you have a starter motor is there. So while starting the engine, okay, you can start the engine with help of that motor. So it will start the engine and come back. And once the engine is started, there is an alternator. The alternator will run with the engine, and that will produce electricity. With help of regulator, okay, again you can use that that electricity for running all the components what you have, plus charging the battery. Okay, it's like that. Same phenomena is used here. So here you can see motor is there. So when you are running the motor or you are powering the motor, so it will work as a motor. And when you rotate this motor with help of engine, it will operate like a charger. So I think this type of experiments you can do in your lab. In your lab, mostly you have these stepper motors with you.
Yes.
So for stepper motor, if you give that step sequence to your stepper motor, the motor will run. And if you put if you rotate that shaft of your motor, then you will find the electricity, electric charge generated in that card, whatever is your driver card. This just I would like to say that this motor, this is a reversible, you can say. If you put mechanical rotation on this motor, it will produce electricity. If you give electricity to that motor, it will produce mechanical force. So it is like that. So that's why when you are running the engine, this motor will work like a generator. and that will charge battery. When you are running that motor, okay, that time it will work like a motor. So only difference here in plug-in electric vehicle, plug-in hybrid electric vehicle and hybrid vehicle is that here for PHEV you have option for externally charging that battery, and in case of hybrid you don't have that option.
Yes. Now, one more question
Yeah.
I have in mind is which type of batteries are used in the electronic vehicles?
See, right now, actually, the chemistry mostly used is lithium ion. Everybody is preferring lithium ion, but within some 2 to 3 years, that will again also go out and some different batteries will be coming. Actually, a lot of research is going on this. I also have a separate documentation on that.
Metal ion
because
is there.
Yeah, those actually I hadn't gone through that part. But again, within 1 or 2 years, that battery chemistry is going to change. Because right now, all the researchers are trying to reduce size of that battery and improve capacity of those batteries.
Okay.
So all the BMS, everything again will be tailored according to those batteries.
Ashok, my question is,
Yeah.
When we run the motor on the battery,
Yeah.
okay, then can we again convert the motor rotation into again charging the batteries?
See here actually.
Just like a positive feedback, I am saying.
No. Actually, see here you are having a single inverter circuit. So when you are running the motor on the battery, okay, same circuit is used for driving that motor. That cannot use for charging the battery. Either it can drive the motor, or it can take means or it can
Charge
be
the battery.
used for
But you cannot do it simultaneously.
Yeah, simultaneously is it's not possible.
And if there is a
But then-
parallel battery like that concept,
But when you are
because
driving with
one
help of
battery I am
motor,
draining out and another battery I am charging simultaneously. If I do that way,
no, it is because see, if you try to take out power from motor, here your intention is to get maximum power from motor to drive the vehicle.
yeah.
So you are having that law of conservation. So
Yes.
with respect to that, you cannot. Then if you want to do like that, then you have to go for bigger size of motor. And if you go bigger size again, that will take more battery, but that will not fulfill again recharging of that battery.
Achha.
But yes. But while braking, it happens. When you brake your vehicle, that time that inverter which is charging to which is supplying power to that motor, it converts itself for charging the battery. That is what reverse regenerative braking is.
Achha. Okay. I think Maruti car has already launched that plug-in type of vehicle, no?
No, actually, that is not plug-in. That is ISG. What I said, integrated starter.
Electric hybrid vehicle, they have said.
Yeah. But that will. I think one vehicle they are having hybrid, but in case of others, they are using ISG, and they are just saying that it is a hybrid vehicle, but it is not a proper hybrid vehicle, you can say.
Achha. Okay.
One more question. Is there any concept of standalone battery?
Actually, we discussed on that. Standalone battery, you are asking about swappable battery, or how is it?
Anything?
So swappable battery, actually, most of the OEMs are working on swappable battery, but the main problem is the battery voltage. Because see, if you are going for two-wheelers, if you are trying to buy a two-wheeler, you will find two-wheelers with 48 volt battery, Some of them are 60 volt battery, some of them are 72 volt, some of them are 96 also, that is also there. So getting a common battery is not possible.
Means still it is
maybe-
not standardized, I can say.
Yeah, so within few years it will happen that all OEMs will come together and they will form. They have to go for some standardized, so that if swappable battery option is there, you need not carry or you need not invest in that battery. So if you're traveling far, you can go to some battery station, you can take out your battery, give it to him, he will give you another battery, fully charged battery, you place it in the vehicle and you can run. So that will be you are filling the petrol on your petrol pump. It will be very easy process. And in case of that, all those batteries are traced and tracked. It is having GPS, GPRS, everything is there. Wherever you go, your battery will be traced. So your battery will be placed with him as a deposit, and you will get another battery from him that you can use. You will be having another station elsewhere. You can give again that battery to him. So it will be something like that. So, but for that, that option should be there, that each vehicle should run on similar voltage.
Yes, means standardization has not been done yet.
Yeah, standard.
Battery
Because right now it is something
standardization,
like-
motor standardization.
Yeah, actually, in case of these OEMs, I mean to say this Tata, Mahindra, what all vehicle manufacturers are there, they come under one roof with help of SAME or something like that. But in case of these electric vehicle manufacturers, those are newly coming up, like Ampere Motors, you have Ola Motors,
Tesla.
you have EV-Trick, you have Tesla, you have Bigos. So lot many companies are there. But right now they are running like a separate entity. But after some time, they have to come at one roof and they have to think in a similar way. Then only, because investing in a battery for a person is becoming a headache. And second is if there is failure in battery, then you have to it's like pay high cost. But if you are using a swappable battery, then you are not owner of that battery. So you need not worry. If there is a problem, you can ask whoever is a battery supporter, you can just give it to him and he will give another battery.
Still so many problems are there. We can.
Yes. But a lot many people are thinking to sort it out. The only thing is that all these OEMs should come under one roof.
Okay. What is your advice? Should we purchase the electric vehicles today or still wait for some time?
No, see, even if you purchase an electric vehicle, the main is the critical factor is battery. Even if there are changes in those things, later on your OEM may offer you that you give me your old battery, I will give you new one. There will be minor cost that you can pay him. But one thing what I could see is if you are buying a vehicle, go to genuine supplier. Like if maybe you are going for Bajaj, Mahindra, like this type of vehicles, then that is good. They will support you along. But in case of newly coming up OEMs or manufacturers, you never know when they are going to stop and they are going to run away.
Yeah. What we see is different manufacturers are using different voltages, different motors,
Yeah.
different types of designs and technologies. So that becomes a mix-up. That
Yes, it's happening.
whether we should take the decision to buy the electric vehicle, whether they will provide the service and other things, or shall we wait? As some of the experts, they say that don't buy four-wheelers, electric vehicles till now.
Actually,
What they are expecting that there is going to be a lot of difficulties also they are going to face. So better way, we have to wait for some time and then see that what will be the outcomes of what difficulties the vehicles are facing and how they are going to improve upon that. And then only we should decide.
Yeah. Actually, saying don't buy electric vehicles or electric four-wheelers, it is a very generic statement. On the other side, you can see whatever, if you are buying a Tata vehicle or if you are buying a MG vehicle, You can speak to the vendor and ask for these complications. See, in case of battery, if there is chances that battery chemistry is going to change. So
Hmm.
if they are going to support you in case of there is change in that chemistry or change in that battery, if they are, they will be ready to support or replace those batteries. So
Hmm.
that because if they are running the vehicle, if it is a genuine company or it is a big giant like Bajaj, Mahindra, then surely they have some plans. Even though if bike is outdated, motor is not going to change. Motor is going to be same. Only changing the battery is the option. So like retrofitting kind, they can provide for few customers because anyway, whatever battery, whatever vehicles has been sold, that is not a very big quantity or big numbers we can say.
But what is the what the people are thinking? They are still suspicious because
No, yeah, it's there. Though I'm working in this field, running throughout India, I bought a petrol vehicle last week.
yeah. Means if the experts are buying petrol vehicles, why should we buy?
Yeah, but we are running to reduce these complications.
Yeah.
Yeah, though everybody is coming with electric vehicle, everybody is thinking that this will run after 225.
Yes.
Deshmukh sir,
Ha.
there are no questions from students. Why? You ask them to speak out.
Yes. I have appealed all this, but still they are not taking part.
They must be having some questions, certainly.
Yeah. Vidya
They would
Kale.
be saying, these are battery vehicles. ये तो हम बचपन में खेलते थे.
श्रीधर सुरवसे. मराठीतनं विचारा. तसं काही नाही, इंग्रजीमध्येच विचारलं असं काही. लँग्वेज शुड नॉट बी द प्रॉब्लेम.
मराठीतनं विचारा. उलट उत्तर द्यायला मलाही सोपं जाईल.
कर्डेकर सर. थोडा प्रॉब्लेम काय झाला अशोक, परीक्षा पण चालू झाल्या नेमक्या. आपल्या विद्यापीठाच्या परीक्षा पण चालू आहेत सध्या, त्याच्यामुळे बरेच विद्यार्थी जॉईन झालेले नाहीत, असं झालं. तो एक प्रॉब्लेम झाला थोडासा. ओके.
आता हे थोडं करोनाचं पण थोडं झालंय व्यवस्थित.
हो, आता नॉर्मलाइज झालं सगळं रुटीन, आता काही नाही.
आपण माग प्लॅन केलं तसं एक 1-to-1 आपण ठेवू शकतो तिथं कॉलेजमध्ये.
हो.
तिथं तसं प्रॅक्टिकल डेमो वगैरे द्यायला थोडं सोपं पडेल.
होय, शुअर. ओके. थँक्यू अशोक. थँक्यू व्हेरी मच.
थँक्यू सर
फॉर युअर लेक्चर. Godke sir.
Thank you, Godke sir.
Okay, thank you.
Conclude this session with the vote of thanks.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good afternoon to all. It is our formal duty to express vote of thanks to all the audience. Respected President of today's third guest lecture on electric vehicle, Professor Bharti Rewadkar, Principal of Sri Shivaji Mahavidyalaya, Barshi. Resource person of today's lecture, Mr. Ashok Nalavde. Our DBT Coordination Committee, Dr. V.M. Gurme sir, Dr. T.N. Lokhande sir, and from participant, Professor Dr. S.S. Suryanshi from School of Physical Sciences, Solapur University, Solapur, and my colleague, Dr. K.P. Deshmukh, Electronics Department DBT Coordinator of this guest lecture series, teachers, students, and all participants. It is really great that today's third guest lecture turned out to be very successful. because total participants are near about 36. I think that we now have got the knowledge of electric vehicles. I am sure that this lecture is useful for all participants who is taking participation in guest lecture series event. I am here to present the vote of thanks to the participants who made this event successful. On behalf of Electronics Department, first of all, I would like to thank the President of this guest lecture, Professor Dr. Bharti Rewardkar, Principal of our college, for encouragement, support, and taking efforts to make this event successful. I would like to thank to the today's speaker, Mr. Ashok Nalode, for giving valuable and informative as well as a very fantastic guest lecture on electric vehicles. The participants understood the basic concepts of electric vehicles. I would like to thank Dr. S.S. Suryavanshi sir, Professor from School of Physical Sciences, Solapur University, Solapur, for the participation in this guest lecture series and sharing some questions and comments which are useful for all audience. So thank you to thanks to Professor S.S. Suryavanshi sir. I am thankful to guest lecture organizing committee members, Dr. V.M. Gourmet, DBT coordinator of this college, Professor Dr. T.N. Lokhande sir, science coordinator of this college. I would like to thank to my colleague Khardekar sir, all teachers, participants, and students for making this event successful. I am also thankful to Dr. K.P. Deshmukh sir for anchoring and welcome talk of this event. So thank you very much for your attention. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Godke, for the nice vote of thanks. And thank you to Dr. S.S. Suryavanshi for his active participation in the lecture series. I am thankful to Ashok Nalode. He could find some time for us and sharing his views because he is in that field of auto engineering. And I must thank him for giving us some valuable time in spite of his busy routine. With the permission of the resource person, I will end this lecture. Ashok.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
And
So-
surely meet
Thank
in
you.
next lecture.
Okay. So, Ren sir, I shall end that lecture.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.